very few days before I discovered, this was the one secret practice which I was constantly established in. Understand? If you are established in one technique, you are called Dhyana Siddha by birth. If you are established in any one technique, you are called Dhyana Siddha. Vivekananda was Dhyana Siddha. He was established in the meditation of light. So even while he brought that pattern with him, experience with him when he assumed the body. Even when he falls asleep, he will fall into that superconsciousness only. When Ramakrishna heard that, he said, you are a Dhyana Siddha. Sometimes some kids, they bring Yoga Siddhi, means by the age of 10, their body became so powerful, energetic, yogic body. Some of our Gurukul kids were Yoga Siddhas. They bring that pattern. If you bring certain powerfulness along with your birth, from birth, if you are always aligned to that, that was only your cave where you rested with yourself. You are called Jnana Siddha. I tell you, I am a Jnana Siddha and I am giving you today that secret practice which kept me as Jnana Siddha, which I brought from the past births, which I brought with me from the body of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and Meenakshi. That is constantly being aligned to authenticity. Understand? When I learn these words more and more I am verbalizing. But this process and all was happening in me. Now only I am realizing that this is what exactly I was living from the birth. From the moment I know myself, I'll always remember, let me align me. That's all. Every moment. The only way I'll find solution for anything is let me align. And that let me align has become a permanent cognition. That day only I call it as enlightenment day. And that let me align, I was able to transmit it to others by touch. That day only I call it as realization of incarnationhood. Aligning to authenticity means declared inner image, outer image, life image and others image. Aligning your actions to all the four. Your thinking to all the four. Your words to all the four. Yourself to all the four. This was the one secret practice happening inside me from the time I remember me. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. Please understand this word. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. In the cave of the heart, the natural knowledge, Tahara Vidya means the natural knowledge, the spontaneous knowledge. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. Each incarnation will have a Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya, which is inside their heart, which is natural and spontaneous. I am giving you today my Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. Listen. listen. This word Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya, you need to understand. The Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Kapila is Sankhya philosophy. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Adi Shankara is Advaita Sampradaya. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Bhaskara Raya is Sri Vidya Sampradaya. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Mahadeva is Shiva Sutras. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Sri Krishna is Bhagavad Gita. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Dattatreya is Bhagavatam. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Vyasa is Mahabharatam. In the cave of the heart, the natural knowledge which you brought with you and which is natural flow for you. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of Buddha is the great book Dhammapata. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of each master becomes their main teaching, the core message. I tell you, with all my integrity, today I am revealing the Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya of me. This is the Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya with which I happened. This is what I experienced in the Arunagiri Yogeshwara's body. This is what I radiated in Meenakshi's body. This is what I brought when I assumed this body. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya, which resides in my heart, which is natural knowledge for me, aligning to authenticity. I tell you, just receive this one gift as an initiation from me. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. Today is a very auspicious day. In so many ways. One, I am revealing my Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya to the whole world. Functioning towards this, aligning yourself to your authenticity, is what I call Advaitic activism. If a mosquito bites, I will immediately look in. What is my declared identity to the world? How I want the world to perceive me? As an eternal, loving, compassionate. Then killing this mosquito, is this action aligned to that? No. Then leave it. Every level, before biting the hand of my teacher, I was aligning. How do I want to be known? In this kind of places, when the religious persecution happens, when my faith is disturbed, abused, questioned by some other faith person, do I want to be known as a person who gives up, or do I want to be known as a person who stands up? I want to be known as a person who stands up. Bite. Come on, chuck. Now this is exactly the way I was strategizing from the beginning. the way my body and mind was getting built from the beginning, the way my actions were getting aligned from the beginning. That is why I tell you, you can question anything about me, but not my authenticity. That is one thing, the gift of Mahadeva and Meenakshi to me. Gift of Arunagiri Yogeshwara and Meenakshi to me. That one thing, it was there from the moment this body happened. That is why I am telling you, this is my Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. This is the science, knowledge I had in my heart as the natural flow of my existence. I tell you, whatever you do, if you align it to this, you are my disciple. Morning, when you have the dilemma, should I wake up and go for yoga or pull my blanket and lie down? Ask, what is my declared identity? Inner image, outer image, others image and life image. Is this action aligning to it? The action of lying down, pulling my blanket is going to be aligned with that, or waking up and jumping out and going to the yoga is going to be aligned with that. The moment you decide, no question of conflicts. Conflicts is tiredness, contradictions are boredom. Conflicts are tiredness, contradictions are boredom. When there is a conflict between muscle memory and muscle memory, it is conflict. When there is a conflict between biomemory and biomemory, that is contradiction. Conflicts are the source of tiredness. Contradictions are the source of boredom. No question of conflicts or contradictions. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. The natural flow of thinking which resides in your heart as a spontaneous living. Please understand, nobody convinced me to do this from the beginning. Nobody taught me to do this from the beginning. There are some kids, nobody need to convince those kids, teach those kids swimming. They will just see all the friends and family jumping into the river or the village pond. They will jump and start swimming. There are some kids, you don't need to convince them or teach them how to do puja. They will simply go to the temple along with the father or mother and start doing it. There are some kids, you don't need to teach them how to fight with others. They will simply go and fight with everyone around the house. This is not dhira. This is stupidity. People think fighting with everyone is dhira. It is stupidity. Now, there are some people you don't need to convince them at all to pick a fight with others. Simply that is a lifestyle. Anything you see other than this skin, outside the skin, fight with it. If you don't have anything, then start fighting inside the skin itself. Start picking a fight with your liver, with your intestine, with your brain, with your stomach. That is the Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya for them. Picking a fight with anything you see and you can't see. I tell you, this one thing nobody taught me, and nobody convinced me. Nobody taught me, nobody convinced me. If I have to give credit to whatever I learned to one guru, yoga, complete credit I have to give it to Yogananda Puri. Vedanta and Tantra, complete credit I have to give it to Vibhudananda Puri. Some of the deeper truths of Advaita I have to give the practice to. I have to give the credit to Visakhi Swami. If I have to give credit to each of my knowledge to different people, all my Saiva Siddhanta knowledge I have to give credit to a great teacher, Panduranganar. First time I am introducing him. He is my pre-monastic relative, the friend of my grandfather. Temple, every day he will do satsang in the main temple. Whenever I get time, I will go and sit and listen to him. In Margazhi months, he will do in the morning and other times in the evening. He is my pre-monastic relative also and my grandfather's close friend. He has written and published Arunachala Purana and many books in Tamil. All my Saiva Siddhanta knowledge and introduction, interest, enthusiasm, I have to give the credit to him. If I give up everything, finally there will be only one knowledge. I don't need to give the credit to anybody. I just brought this with me from the body of Arunagiri Ishvara and Meenakshi as my very core, which I can say as my own, which nobody taught me, which nobody convinced me. That is this science, the Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. Aligning yourself to authenticity, Advaitic activism. I'll put this whole science into one word. Advaitic activism. Advaitic activism. In every step, this one science was my life, and I tell you, this one science does everything. Everything you can ask for and you can't ask is showered on you. I tell you, our whole Dhamma stands on this one truth, Advaitic activism, living enlightenment. This is living enlightenment. This is Advaitic activism. No conflicts, no contradictions, no incompletions. Anyhow, listen to this one truth. I'll expand further on this truth maybe few more days. Hridaya Guhya Tahara Vidya. In the heart cave, the spontaneous, natural science science of life, knowledge of life I had is Advaitic activism, living enlightenment, aligning yourself to authenticity. That is why you will see anything I choose, decide, you will see that completion. No conflict or contradiction. Whether love or training. No hatred. Whether love or training. Authentic. Authentically authentic. Yes. With this, I'll move to today's Kalpataru process.